Hi, everybody. Good morning. I see there's people here already. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to take a minute and get oriented here. Need my glasses. All right, very good. So here is the camera, just to kind of set some expectations about what I'm doing. Here's a camera that's recording me. But over here is my computer. So if you see me looking over here off to the side, it's because I'm trying to read comments or something like that. So welcome, everybody. I had this all planned. Okay, first thing, while we wait a few minutes so that people realize that the live has begun and it's time to log on, for the first few minutes, if we could, can you please tell me in the comments what you're working with today? Do you have any injuries, any tightness in your body, aches and pains, conditions, different stuff like this that I should keep in mind when I'm teaching the practice that we're going to do today? So if you would go ahead and go into the comments or what is it called, the chat, and tell me about that. And where was I going next? So yeah, you can tell me about that. And the reason I'm asking that is if you've ever attended classes with me, you know that that's what we do in the beginning of class. I try to find out what's going on with the people who are there so that I can teach a practice that's appropriate for those people. Actually, to be to be something. Actually, in my classes, what I find these days is that there are so many people in there who I know already, and I know what's going on in their body, so they don't need to tell me. But it's always helpful with new people or people who I haven't, seen in a while, if they tell me what's going on in their body so that I can design the right practice. I just realized something. Am I sitting here talking and talking? Okay. Everybody's doing fine. Everyone can hear me. I just realized I don't have my good microphone on, so let me do that while hopefully this is going to work right. Let's see. Here's the better microphone. I don't know how I tell it to turn on, but let's try. Can you still hear me? Let's see. All right, cool. I see a lot of comments coming in. Excellent. I don't know. Hopefully this microphone magically turned on. Okay, cool. Very good. Thank you, Paul. So let me now start reading what you're typing. And if you're just joining, what we're doing is typing in the comments to please let me know what's going on in your body today so that I can design the right practice. Let's see. Hi, Lori. Jane is here. Hi, Shiloh. Hi, Lee. Sharon's here. Okay, so here's some of the things that we're working with today. Stress. Yes, everybody is dealing with different levels of stress pretty much all the time. Okay, we have some pain and stiffness in the lower back. Okay. 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 A lot of hips and low back. Okay, wonderful. Oh, this is great. Thank you for sharing all this information with me. Okay, good. Still coming in. So I'm going to keep reading here. Okay, lots of stuff going on. Good morning, everybody. For y'all who are just joining, what we're doing is typing here in the chat what you're working with in your body right now. Are you having any aches and pains, or are you working with any conditions or injuries, stuff like that? So please feel free to keep typing into the chat. And I'm going to start just a little bit of an introduction talking about some of these things. So when we're working on I didn't even introduce myself, but you know who I am. I'm Celinda. Let me actually preface this discussion with a little bit of information so you'll understand the context of why I'm talking about the things I'm talking about. So normally when you attend a yoga practice, the teacher probably already has a plan of what they're going to teach. They may have made a plan that said, today I'm going to work on reducing tension in the back. And so they go and they teach their, planned practice of reducing tension in the back. But the thing is that I teach in a different way. I really like to know what's going on with the people who are in the practice so that I can remember to teach the right variations. I can keep contraindications in mind. In other words, if you have, some certain kind of back issue, then some certain type of flexibility posture may not be appropriate for you. So I may choose to skip it. So that's why I'm asking you all this information. And now that you've given me some idea of the things that you're working with today, I'm just going to speak to those things a little bit and give you some information so that you can keep it in mind while you're practicing. Since I can't see you and I can't see, how you're moving, I need to tell you what to keep an eye out for so that you can practice in a way that is safe and healthy for you. So one theme that we have on in the chat here is a lot of people talking about things like stress and anxiety and tiredness, fatigue. All of these kind of things fall into a similar category when it comes to the yoga practice. For these things, we want to work on mindfulness. We want to work on breathing. There's other tools that you can use like chanting, but we want to, really the mindfulness and the breathing are very key to helping to address these issues, the stress, the anxiety, fatigue, all of these things we can kind of lump together as far as how do we work with them in the yoga practice. So for y'all, I would, definitely recommend paying good attention to your breathing, really trying to be present while you're doing your practice and working on coordinating. This sounds much easier than it is, but working on coordinating your breath with your movement. So just a small example, if we're doing a movement like bringing the arm from this down position to this position out toward the side, and there needs to be a breath associated with it, of course, and it's an inhale. We begin the movement and the inhale simultaneously, and then we keep moving, and then at the time when the breath finishes is when the movement also should be finishing. And it's the same thing for the exhale. So we begin the exhale, begin the movement, keep exhaling, and then as the exhale ends, the movement ends. Like I said, it's a lot easier to explain that or to understand what you're supposed to do as compared to actually do it. But it's something that you can work on throughout your yoga practice. Another common theme that I'm seeing in here is tightness or like different issues going on with people's backs. And when we have issues in the back, it's complicated. There could be a lot of different things going on. And so there's not a one size fits all. Here's the yoga practice to do if you have back pain. If you have a herniated disc, there's certain things you need to keep in mind. If you have sciatica, there's other things to keep in mind. If you have simple muscle tightness or like muscle fatigue from repetitive stress stuff, the muscle stuff we can, pretty easily work on in the yoga practice. But if you have some complicating factors, then there's extra considerations to keep in mind. And, it's not practical right now to go through each and every one of them. But what I can say is that everybody, if you have back issues or not, please keep in mind the concept of ahimsa, which means non-harm. And so basically in the yoga practice, what you can do is please make sure that when you're doing any yoga practice, it is comfortable for your body. You're not doing any kind of movement that is causing pain for you. Okay. I read we had other stuff going on, like issues in the knees. Let me see. I haven't read the comments here in just a little bit. So let me catch up. And then we will begin with the practice here in just a little bit. Okay. Tight shoulders. Yep. Also very common and related to stress. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh, just a few more comments. Okay. Oh, and then one other thing I want to mention here is fibromyalgia, because I see it listed here in the chat. And this is a condition that is actually like pretty common. A lot of people have fibromyalgia, and their doctors tell them, try yoga, practice yoga to help you with your pain symptoms. So I want to speak to that for just a minute. Oh, we've got 2 people with fibromyalgia. Okay. All right, very good. So when we have fibromyalgia, again, very important to keep in mind the idea of ahimsa and practicing in a way that is comfortable. If I'm teaching something that really is not working for your body, it is okay to skip it or change it. One other kind of high level advice or guidance I can give you is that when we work on lying down postures, in fibromyalgia, we have pain points, significant pain sometimes in the backside of the body. So if you're practicing yoga on a floor, maybe you have a yoga mat that's still quite hard. It's a hard surface to lie on. So please give yourself some extra padding. Maybe you can practice on a rug or carpet, or you can lay out a couple of layers of towels or maybe a folded blanket or something that will support your body from your hips or like from your thighs. You can't see, but I'm just gesturing here on my own body. So from at least the hips up to the top of your head. So you have that extra padding and cushioning in the back so that lying down will feel more comfortable for you. Okay, I think we're ready to start. Let's begin and work on a little bit of yoga practice today, and I'll save time at the end to work on, not work on, but to do some Q&A in case you have any questions about this practice or yoga in general. Okay, let's do it. I think we're all set. Hopefully it's my correct microphone that's working. Is there a way to even check this? No, that's mute. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me well enough. We're going to start in a standing position. So if you would, go ahead and move to standing. Okay. Here we go. Comfortable standing position. Lengthen your spine. Relax your shoulders. Okay, and I talked about earlier the importance of breathing and the benefits that we gain from mindfulness and breathing. So we'll start right now at the beginning with some breathing. Lengthen your spine once again. Relax your shoulders. And begin to concentrate on your breathing, smoothing your inhales and your exhales. If possible, breathe in and out through your nose. And as you begin to warm up this activity of breathing, see if you can make the breathing a little bit more smooth. Okay, very good. Let's start some moving now. So you can keep your existing standing position. Your arms are down alongside your body. Let's start to work on some mobility in your upper back. So on an inhale, bring your arms out toward the sides and up. Exhale, arms move out toward the sides and down. Inhale, arms move out and up. Exhale, out and down. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale smoothly up, trying to coordinate the pace of breath to the movement. Exhale, slowly down. Here's the last one. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, great. Relax your arms down alongside you. Then we're going to do a little more work with the shoulders. So bring your shoulders up toward your ears and then back and down. Shoulders go up, back, and down. One more time. Up, back, and down. Okay, shake your shoulders out a little bit. All right, we've done lots of work for the upper back. Now, let's start to work on the whole back side of the body. We're going to work on some forward folding. Step back a tiny bit here. Okay, forward fold. We were talking earlier about back pain, and sometimes if we have pain in the back, we think, folding forward is going to be beneficial because I'm going to stretch everything out. Yes, but please make sure that you're moving in an appropriate range of motion where you're not experiencing any pain. All right, here we go. On an inhale, bring your arms forward and up just to chest height. And then exhale, bend your knees and fold as much as you're comfortable. On an inhale, walk your hands up your legs, come up to standing. Exhale, shoulders relax. Inhale, arms come up to chest height. Exhale, fold. Inhale, ease back up. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Continue that, or you can add a little bit more range of motion. Inhale, arms can go forward and maybe up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees, fold as much as you're comfortable. Inhale, ease your way back up. Exhale, shoulders relax. Same thing again. Inhale, arms forward, maybe up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold as much as you're comfortable. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, shoulders relax. We're doing two more. Inhale, arms come up to your comfortable height. Exhale, try to strengthen your leg muscles as you fold. They're giving you support. Inhale, your strong legs help you come up. Exhale, shoulders relax. Here's the last one. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Legs are strong to support your movement. Inhale, strong legs lift you up. Exhale, shoulders relax. Okay, good. Smooth out your breathing again. Smooth inhales and exhales. Okay, next, we're going to work on some balancing. Step your left foot forward, keep your right foot back. We're going to combine a couple of things together, I should say. So left is forward, right is back. Please turn your hips so that they're facing forward in front of you, not off to the side like this. So they're facing forward. On an inhale, bend your front knee. Bring your arms out and back. Exhale, straighten your front knee, arms come down. Now inhale, shift onto your front foot, and you're going to bring your right foot up onto your ankle or your calf, it's your choice, and bring your palms together in front of your chest. Exhale, carefully step back, both legs straighten. That's our whole sequence. Inhale, knee bends, arms reach back. Exhale, straighten your knee, arms come down. Inhale, shift onto your front foot. Use a focus point on the floor to help you balance. Exhale, step back. Inhale, knee bends, arms reach back. Exhale, knee straightens, arms down. Inhale, shift onto your front foot. Exhale, step back. Let's do two more. Inhale, knee bends, arms reach back. Exhale, straighten your knee, arms down. Inhale, onto your front foot. Exhale, step back. Inhale, knee bends, arms reach back. Exhale, knee straightens, arms down. Inhale, onto your front foot. Exhale, step back. Okay, good. Step your left foot back. Let's switch over to the other side. You can shake your legs out a little bit. And then step your right foot forward. Left is back. Hips are turned to face toward the front, and we're doing the exact same sequence. So remember that you can use this focus point just to spot anywhere on the floor in front of you. Keep your gaze there. That will help you with your balance. All right, here we go. On an inhale, knee bends, arms reach back. Exhale, straighten your knee, arms come down. Inhale, shift onto your front foot. Exhale, step back. Inhale, knee bends, arms reach back, your abs are engaged. Exhale, straighten your knee, arms come down. Inhale, onto your front foot. Exhale, step back. Inhale, knee bends, arms reach back. Exhale, knee straightens, arms down. Inhale, onto your front foot. Exhale, step back. We have two more. Inhale, lift your chest a bit. Exhale, knee straightens, arms down. Inhale to your front foot. Exhale, step back. Here's the last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, very good work. When you're ready, go ahead and step your feet together. Shake your legs out a little bit, and then once again, smooth out your breathing. Smooth and lengthen your inhales and your exhales. And as you're breathing, see if you can notice any effect on your heart rate. They're definitely linked. Our respiratory system and our heart rate. We can use the breathing as a way to help kind of slow down and calm the heart rate and bring it back to its natural resting state. Okay, now let's start to work on stretching out the sides of the body. I don't know. I feel like I really need this one today, but I feel like we all do. I feel like we tend to have tightness in the sides of the body and sometimes not even realize it until we start doing some yoga practice. And then we're like, wow, there's really something going on in there. So here we go. Step your feet wide. Your toes are more or less pointing toward the front. If it's more comfortable for you to angle your toes out, that's also fine. On an inhale, stretch your arms out toward the sides. Exhale, side bend toward your left. Stretch your right arm up toward the ceiling. Inhale, come up to the center, arms stretch out. Exhale, side bend toward your right. Inhale, come up to the center. Exhale, arms come down. That's our whole sequence. Here we go again. Inhale, stretch your arms out. Exhale, over toward your left as far as you're comfortable. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, slowly toward the right. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, arms rest down. Here's an extra detail. Inhale, stretch your arms out. Exhale, side bend left. And if it's comfortable, turn your palm up so that if you were to look up, and you can actually go ahead and look up, you're seeing your palm. And then inhale, back up to the center. Exhale, side bend right, and then look up toward your left palm. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, arms rest down. Engage your abs, draw your belly button in. Inhale, arms stretch out. Exhale, left side bend. Maybe look up towards your right palm. Inhale to the center, abs are still engaged. Exhale to the right side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, arms rest down. A little more strength now in your upper back. Try to draw your shoulder blades toward each other. Try to keep that engagement throughout. Inhale, arms stretch out, abs and back are strong. Exhale, left side bend. Maybe look up toward the right palm. Inhale to the center. Exhale, over toward the right side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, arms rest down. Okay, please take a rest again. Step your feet together. And I'm going to take a minute to talk about this concept of ahimsa in a little bit of a different way. So I did mention to you before we started the practice that everything should feel comfortable for the body. And that's addressing the physical aspect of the idea of comfort. It should physically not be painful if you do this or that. But also, here's another way that we can practice ahimsa. In this triangle sequence that I was just teaching, I continued adding more and more detail, more and more instruction. If at some point that starts to feel like too much information and it's overwhelming, practice ahimsa by ignoring me. Just take the amount of information that is comfortable and reasonable for you to process at one time. Forget the rest. You can figure out the rest later. We can always continue to learn more, but today, every day when you're doing your yoga practice, let it also be mentally comfortable for you. Don't let it be overwhelming. Okay, let's change gears a little bit. We've done a whole lot of standing. Let us now move to lying down. I'm just going to adjust my camera. You can start to move to a comfortable lying down position. And you can lie down with your legs extended or bent. It's your choice. Okay. Oops. Let me scoot over this way a little. All right, so comfortable lying down position. Please stretch your arms out toward the sides. Palms are facing up. And make sure here that your body is comfortable. So we talked about earlier that for some people it might be beneficial to put some padding down under you so that your back is more comfortable. Another thing that we might want to do here is if your neck is feeling uncomfortable or strained or anything like that, it might be beneficial to use a small pillow or a folded blanket behind your head to just lift your head a little bit. So take a minute, do what you need to do to make your body comfortable. And then whenever you are comfortable, you can start to concentrate on your breathing, on relaxing your shoulders down toward the floor. Smooth inhales and exhales through your nose. Okay, let's start some moving now. So bend your knees. You might already be bent, but go ahead and bend your knees. And step your feet wider to about as wide as a yoga mat. All right, so your knees are bent and your feet are positioned in a wide stance. And then we're going to work on some twisting here with the lower body. So keep your feet right where they are. And then bring your knees all the way over toward the left as far as they'll reasonably go. Then inhale, come up to the center. Exhale, over toward the right side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. We're going to do one more round. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees all the way over toward the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale toward the right. And then inhale, bring your knees back to the center. Exhale and stay right here. Okay, step your feet a little bit closer to each other just so that they're a comfortable width. And another thing that people mentioned in the chat earlier, a lot of issues going on with knees. So let's do some gentle work to help reduce inflammation, improve range of motion, all of this kind of stuff. So keep your right foot down on the floor or on your mat. Bring your left knee up toward your left shoulder, more or less, something, in that general direction. Take a hold of your knee, and you can take a hold of your kneecap or behind your knee, do whatever feels best for you. And then we're going to do some gentle range of motion here. So on an inhale, extend your left leg up toward the ceiling and flex your foot. And then exhale, relax your foot, bring the knee up toward the shoulder. Inhale, extend your leg up, flex your foot. Exhale, bring the knee up toward the shoulder. Inhale, extend up and flex. Exhale, you're hinging here from the hip a whole lot to bring the knee up toward the shoulder. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, extend up, flex your foot. Exhale, knee toward the shoulder, working on your hip. Inhale, extend up and flex, which works on your ankle. Exhale, bend the knee up toward the shoulder. Very nice work. Bring your left foot back down onto your mat. Shake the leg out a little bit, especially if it feels tired or anything. You can even extend it and bend it again 1 or 2 times. And then we'll go to the other side. So bring your right knee up toward your right shoulder. On an inhale, extend your leg up, flex your foot. Exhale, bring your knee up toward your shoulder. Inhale, extend up and flex. Exhale, knee up toward the shoulder. We're doing 3 more. Inhale, flex. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend and flex. Exhale, bend. Here's the last one. Inhale, flex. Exhale, and bend. All right, go ahead and bring both feet back down onto your mat. And then keeping your feet at a comfortable width, whatever that looks like for you, rock your knees a little bit from side to side, this time for the purpose of massaging your low back or the back of your pelvis. Okay, good. Let's work on now a little bit of strengthening. Let's do a couple of sequences for strengthening. Here's the first one. We're going to start from the same position that we're in. So knees are bent, arms are down alongside your body. Please make sure that your neck is comfortable, your shoulders are comfortable. And we're going to work on bridge pose, which technically is categorized as an inversion. In other words, you're lifting your heart over your head. So that said, there are many ways to practice this, so don't feel nervous if that sounds scary to you. Let's start, and then I'm going to add intensity as we go for people who are interested in that. So arms are down alongside you, palms are face down. On an inhale, just engage your glutes, so make your bottom muscles feel strong, make your abs feel strong, and then exhale and allow all of those to relax. Same thing again, inhale, activate your glutes, activate your abs, exhale, relax. Now we'll start to add on if you're interested in that. So inhale, activate those muscles. If it's comfortable, lift your hips a little bit up off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, activate your muscles, lift this time perhaps a little bit higher. Exhale, lower, and relax. Inhale, activate, make everything strong. Lift. Exhale, smoothly lower and relax. Here's the last round. Inhale, activate glutes and abs. Lift. Exhale, slowly. Lower your hips down and relax. Okay, good. Take a little rest by rocking your knees from side to side. And then we're going to work on one more round of abdominal strengthening. Okay, we're going to do like this. This is a little bit of a complicated sequence, so also a great way to practice your mindfulness. Make sure that you're really tuned in and paying attention to the instructions here so that you can stay coordinated with the sequence. So your arms are down alongside your body. On an inhale, bring your arms up toward the ceiling and back. Exhale, lift your left knee up while you bring your arms down. You can feel your abdominal muscles working. Inhale slowly with control. Lower your foot and bring your arms back. Now the right side with control. Bring the right knee up and arms come down by your hips. Inhale with control. Lower your foot down. Arms go back. Exhale, just your arms up toward the ceiling and down. That's one round. Here we go again. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale with control. Left knee up, arms down. Inhale, left foot down, arms back. Exhale, right knee up, arms down. Inhale, right foot down, arms back. Exhale, just the arms up toward the ceiling and down. Here's the last round. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, left knee up, arms down by your hips. Inhale with control, left foot down, arms back. Exhale, now the right knee comes up, arms go down. Inhale with control, right foot down, arms back. And then exhale, arms up toward the ceiling and down. Okay, very nice work. So that was a significant amount of abdominal strengthening. So we need to stretch them out now. Extend one leg. Go ahead and extend your left down on the mat and shake it out a little bit. And then bend your knee and extend the right leg out. Shake it out a bit. One more round. So bend the right, extend your left. Relax your abs while shaking the leg side to side. Okay, bend your knee and then straighten the right. Same thing, relax your abs, shake the leg a bit from side to side. Okay, excellent work. Go ahead and bend both knees. Roll to one side and bring yourself up to sitting. And please find a comfortable sitting position. That might mean sitting on a chair, especially if you have achy knees or tight hips. If it's comfortable for you, you can sit on the floor. I would suggest sitting on something like a yoga block or a blanket or a cushion, something. Find something to sit on that lifts your hips a little bit up off the floor. And then decide what you want to do with your legs. Is it comfortable for you to fold your legs in? Or is that not comfortable? If it is not comfortable, you definitely want to do something else. And that something might be just stretching your legs out. Could be wide, it could be like a little bit narrower. See what's comfortable for you, because what's important here with this posture is not what your sitting position looks like. What's important is, can you lengthen your spine? Lengthen your spine as much as you can, because we're going to work on breathing, and breathing works better with when you can lengthen your spine as much as possible. All right, so spine is lengthened. Hopefully you have found your comfortable sitting position. You can close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. You can rest your hands on your knees or on your legs. And now really start to concentrate on your breathing. Throughout the practice, whether you've noticed it or not, you've been refining your ability to focus. You've been refining your attention. And so now that we're nearing the end of the practice, your mind is the most refined probably than it's been all day. And so you're able to concentrate on some of the finer details of your breathing. So spend a few breaths here, maybe about 3, noticing what there is to notice about your breathing. Now we'll start to add some extra elements to this breathing practice. And the first one is to introduce pauses in the cycle of breathing. So the way it will work is you'll inhale normally, and then give a small pause, and then exhale normally, and again do a small pause. So spend a few rounds of breath working on inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Please feel free to even take a break from breathing at any time if you need to. If you feel winded or anything like that, take a break, breathe naturally. Otherwise, if you're feeling fine, we're going to add one more element to the breathing here, and that is counting. So I'll just kind of voice what you'll be thinking in your mind as you breathe. You'll begin your inhale with a count like 1, 2, 3, however long your inhale is. Then voice in your mind, pause, so that you can pause. Then begin your exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, just like that. So you have this kind of mental guidance going along with your breathing. You can also consider it like a visualization that's going with your breathing. So go at your breathing pace, count to your number, and we'll do a few rounds of this, trying to keep everything smooth. Next time you complete an exhale and pause, please return to natural breathing. Take a moment to notice how your body is feeling and how your mind is doing. Notice the quality of your mind. hopefully you are feeling well. Thank you very much for being here today, sharing this practice with me. I hope that you're feeling well and comfortable. And now I'm going to come up closer to the computer so that I can see if you have any questions about this practice or yoga in general. I'd love to stick around and chat for a little bit. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and make your way up to your screen so that you too can type or see or access the chat. All right. Let's see. What is this? Okay, there we go. I'm going to lift this back up. Very good work. Are y'all feeling all right? Are you comfortable? Everybody good? Just grabbing my glasses. Some of you who are new to my channel or new to my teaching might have found that this practice is not what you expected. For example, in most Western yoga classes, there's usually a relaxation at the end. And in the Krishnamacharya tradition, which is what I teach, typically we do breathing at the end, not relaxation. All right, good. Okay, sounds like Lori is doing well. Okay, good, excellent. Very good. Yeah, there's lots of differences between your typical Western yoga class that you might find, like in the city where you live or online. Lots of differences between that and what I teach. So in the Krishnamacharya tradition, we repeat sequences multiple times. Classically, we're meant to do everything 6 times, but depending on the circumstance, sometimes we change it to maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or sometimes 6, occasionally more than 6. But that's another unique feature of this tradition that I practice and teach. And another is that really strong link between the breath and the movement, which is very different from like most Western yoga classes. Okay, let me see. Lee is saying, I would like to continue learning words like yoga. Okay, yoga nushasanam. So yeah, from the Yoga Sutras. Okay, yeah, so you're interested in learning more Sanskrit? Absolutely, I'd be happy to do that. Feeling a lot better? Good, I'm glad. Feeling calmer and less discomfort in the hips. Excellent. Very good. Yeah, we just did, such a short little yoga practice today, but we covered all of the, the goals that I had for the practice today, which is addressing some of the issues that you all told me about in the chat. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad that worked well for you, Shiloh. Yeah, I have to figure out how to, for the people who are interested in learning more Sanskrit, just because they're curious about Sanskrit, they like learning languages, they're interested in chanting. I need to figure out the right way to make that available for everybody. I don't teach a whole lot of chanting typically in my asana classes, my physical, yoga practices, because not everyone's interested in it. Some people really want it. Some people are really don't want to learn that. Some people are neutral. So I have to find a way to put that together as a kind of discrete something so that the people who are interested in it can access it. Let me see what else is going on over here. Fee says, I didn't realize how much stiffness I had in my low back. Yeah. A little bit of yoga practice every day is really what our bodies need, because we get so much in our heads. Like, we're busy with activities all the time. And so all our attention, all our focus is on, what we're thinking about, the cognitive aspect of our day, to the exclusion of realizing how our bodies are feeling. And so if you can take a little bit of time every day to do what I call maintenance yoga practice, it really can go a long way in helping your body to remain calm all the time. I don't know why I'm blurry now. Let me see if I can fix it. Does that fix it? Not really. Anyway, I'm clear enough. You get the idea. That yellow square will go away in a minute. It's kind of a feature of this channel. I'm plagued by that yellow square. Let's see what else is going on over here. Hi, Holly. So nice to know that you're here. I needed this today. It has been a stressful week. You're welcome. Yeah, you're most welcome. Hi, Lisa. I didn't know you were here too. Good morning. Awesome. Super. Julia, you're welcome. Esther Rant, you're welcome. Oh, Vicky is here too. Hi, Vicky. First practice after getting over COVID. Oh no, I'm so sorry you got sick, Vicky, but I'm glad that you're able to practice again. That's great. Good. Any other questions about this practice we've done today or yoga in general? In other words, like any questions that you have specific to your body and how to practice yoga so that you're getting the most benefit? Anything like that? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this is not, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have touched the button. Now I have more yellow square. But anyway, thank you, Lisa. That's so nice. I forgot that we had this super chat thing on. That's a very nice thing to do. Thank you. Welcome practice. Feel better. Yeah. Oh, you have been unwell too. Yeah, there's so much of the unwell. So much of the unwell going on. COVID is one, like when we actually get sick from COVID, but another one is I think we're so much affected by the stress of the change in our routine. And the change of routine has been going on now for nearly 2 years. And so, yeah, these stressors are additive. When we have a lot of stress, like work stress, family stress, change of routine stress due to the pandemic, all of those kind of pile up and affect our mood. They affect our immunity. They affect, they can even create inflammation in the body. And so there's a lot of harmful things that can happen with, all these layers and layers of stress that are going on. So I guess that's, one more reason to try to develop your consistent yoga practice so that you're counteracting the effects of all these stressors and trying to keep yourself feeling as well and healthy as possible. That reminds me, consistent yoga practice. So I wanted to make sure to mention here that some of you know that I have been on Patreon, have had been on Patreon for a little more than a year. And I've just moved over to a different platform, which is hosted on my own website. So I feel like it's a lot easier to manage and work with. But it's I think, really cool option. I've been getting lately a lot of great feedback about this private group that I do. There's the link to it is in the description box under this video. But what I do is I create a monthly practice calendar to make it really easy. Actually, I have a copy right here. Make it really easy for you to do your yoga practice. It looks like this. Hopefully you can, oh, it's too bright. Let me turn off this light. Okay, looks like this. So, for every day of the month, you just go and you click on the practice that I've assigned for that day so that you don't have to go searching around for, which yoga practice should I do. It's pre-assigned. And there's other resources that I've put together for this private group. Like I do a private Zoom session with them once per month. I create a special video for them once per month. We have a Facebook group so that we can talk to each other. And it's a really great group. We have, 100 to 100 and maybe 40 people in it right now. Since we're in the middle of transitioning it, I don't exactly know how many people are in there. But it's a great group of people from all around the world who, are interested in feeling well and doing this kind of very practical kind of yoga that I teach for the purpose of feeling well. We're not trying to show off and do fancy postures. We're just, trying to move our bodies and breathe so that we are feeling as healthy and well as possible, physically healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy. So that's what goes on in the group. Please go to the description box and click on that link and you can read more detail about what it is. And right on that same page, you can join if you want to. Happy to answer any questions about that as well. I don't know what's going on with my focus, but anyway, you can see me well enough. I would like additional ideas for keeping the hips stretched. Thank you for all you do. You're welcome. Keeping the hips stretched. Okay, so this is a great question. It's not a quick answer. So one thing is, we can work on stretching out the hips. We can do things like, how in my videos and classes, we often do something with the legs in a wide position. It could be standing, it could be sitting, could be lying down. Bringing the legs to a wide position is one way to work on the hips. You can do like a standing wide-legged forward fold. That can also help to stretch out the hips. You can do that side to side lunging, figure four. There's so many yoga poses that work on stretching out the hips. I'm sure you're aware of those. But additionally, if the hips are chronically tight, we have to examine why is that happening? Why are the hips tight? Usually it's because there's an imbalance somewhere, or it's like a repetitive stress thing. Like maybe you're a person who stands for their work, and so you're standing all day long, and that makes tightness in your hips. Or maybe something else, some other muscle isn't doing its job, and it's forcing the muscles around your hips to activate to help stabilize your body, stabilize your posture for your daily activities. So, if it's the hips that are tight, some muscles that may be not doing their job are abs. So it could be a good idea to work on some abdominal strengthening. See if that will help your hip issue. Also glutes, make sure that your glutes are strong. Do some work like very tiny squats. That's a whole long story all by itself. We can talk about it maybe inside that private group later and get into the details of this. But generally working on strengthening in your glutes and strengthening in your abs could be a great way to see if you can take some of the tension out of your hips. So hopefully that's helpful. It's kind of like I could talk about that for 2 hours, so it's difficult to give a short version that is very comprehensive, but hopefully that gives you some idea about things that you can work on for your hips. All right, don't forget to like this video, everyone. Thank you, Lisa. You're so helpful always, but especially today. Thank you. I've moved over to the new group, but don't have Facebook. Okay, so for the new group, which by the way is called Yoga with Zelinda, I'll be sending out a monthly email to make sure that you don't miss anything and you get all the notifications of anything important that I'm announcing in Facebook. Okay, and Genevieve says, I don't want to use Facebook, but I am still glad to have access to the calendar on your website. Excellent. Yeah, and if you have questions, you can always email me too. Just, my email address is everywhere. Just send me a note if you have any questions, and I'm happy to help get you sorted out. Yeah, and Lee says, thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure. You're welcome. Yeah, and then related to the group, one more thing. Next weekend, we have the first Zoom session in the private group. So since some of you here have told me that you're in the group but not on Facebook, I'll just mention that now so that you can go and keep an eye out for it. I'll update the joining information onto the private website. I'll do it later today. That way you'll have it well ahead of time. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. That's awesome. And if you have any questions, please reach out. My email address is also in the description box. And if you have a minute, if you haven't already, go and check out the Yoga with Zelinda group and see if that looks like something helpful for you so that you can develop your own consistent yoga practice and feel well more of the time. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye.